TRVL today. What can I say? Some idiot has been selling. Don't think it's a whale. It's just an idiot. Who's selling? Who's selling at 5.11 cent? Freaking send the hit squad after them. I'm not actually trying to manipulate this market at all. I want to see the market for what it is, okay? And I don't want to, like, I'm not crazy buying and selling right now because I want to see the price move without my influence. I don't think it was a whale, to be honest with you. Let me have a look at the volume. Let me see. So this was let me zoom right in so you can see what's going on. These are the red candles of interest. 79k, that's not a whale. 136k, that's not a whale. 130, it's not really a whale. It's not whale volume. It's like really low volume in my mind. Yeah. And you see the buy up has been matched. Yeah. So it's relatively low volume push down, and it was easily bought up without hesitation. Someone came in to defend the low. At the moment on Bybit, we're still holding the low. You can see it's by a less than a millimeter. We are still making a high low. And I just want people to be prepared for a lower low. Yeah, there's a high low. Honestly, I don't know what's going to happen, but I am actually now thinking that we're probably going to take out that low. Honestly, like, we've come so close. It doesn't really make any sense for us to not take it out now because we've come so close. The only way that I would feel differently about that low being defended now is if we had a massive injection of volume, and today's daily candle ended with a really bullish close, green close somewhere up here, like a really massive buy up, right? And we're back in 6 cents again. Yeah, I think that would change my view. But at the moment, if we end up with this kind of red candle on the daily time frame with a wick barely defending the low, almost, but not almost lost it, then I still think we're probably going to test it again. We'll probably go down. We'll probably take the low. Okay, that's what I'm thinking right now. Anything can happen. And as you can see, it was quite a low volume drop. That was Bybit. Let me just quickly check KuCoin and the rest and see what's happening there. KuCoin is a ridiculously low volume. 77k and 50k is really low volume. It's like $2,500. 65k, it's like $3,000. It's not much. Yeah. And then the buy up has been impressive. Look at that. That's 157k. I honestly would prefer that these people buying don't buy at market. They just set limit orders and just absorb the price. Like, they didn't need to market buy. They could just put their limit orders slightly higher, and then these people selling would be selling into limit orders. But obviously I can't control the way people behave. This is Gate. Again, that's 211k. That was relatively big. That's about $10,000. And here you can see that there was a buy up. This is the big one. MEX, this is probably what led the sell off. Look at that. 9 a.m. 292k. So as you can see on MEX, yeah, look at that. MEXI. MEXI, this morning, someone was able to buy this token at 4.4 cents. How amazing is that? So that's why I say put limit orders, because you're going to get people market sell like this, and you can just easily absorb the price. Yeah, rather than trying to market buy after that happens, you can just put limit orders and just absorb the price. Yeah, naturally there wasn't enough liquidity there. That was not a really big volume sell, like 292 on average. That was probably about $15,000. Yeah, it would have been very easy for someone to put some limit orders, and now they'd be significantly up on their fills. Okay, that is a lower low. So if you want to know a lower low, what a lower low looks like, MEXC has put in the first lower low. So there's still a little bit of divergence between the exchanges. None of the exchanges apart from MEXC has put in a lower low. And the reason why that's happened is because someone has market sold and there hasn't been enough liquidity to absorb the price. What happens next? So let's just say hypothetically we are looking at a lower low. Does that change bearish market structure? No, it doesn't. Okay, making a lower low is the first step to changing market structure. It's still bullish until it's confirmed bearish, and to confirm market structure as bearish, you have to first put in a lower low. Okay, so we have to go down and put in a lower low. Then we have to go up and put in a lower high. And then the low that we've put in, we have to go down and make a lower low. Okay, so that would be a confirmation of bearish market structure change to bearish. Yeah, so just by putting in a lower low doesn't mean this whole thing changes to bearish. It's still bullish. It just means that the bears have managed to sell the price lower than where the bulls were trying to defend. Okay, which is this low here. That could still be bullish. So as you can see on Bitcoin, we've also put in a lower low. When you look at Bitcoin, this is a lower low. That was the previous low. This is the lower low. We took out the lows with a failed auction and we had a V-shaped recovery. And now Bitcoin is looking extremely bullish, ready for a correction to move up. Yeah. So just because you put in a lower low doesn't mean it's bearish. The only way that this now on Bitcoin becomes bearish is if you go back down now and you take out that low. That would be really bearish. That's changing market structure from bullish to bearish with a lower low after you've put in the initial lower low. Okay, so until that happens, this is still bullish. And when you see a V-shaped recovery with a failed auction of the lows, you're no longer bearish. You're no longer thinking bearish. You're thinking higher. Okay, when you're looking at TRVL, we may be lagging Bitcoin, to be honest with you. You know, it may be possible that we're lagging Bitcoin a little bit. When I'm looking at Bitcoin, looking at TRVL, just looking at the price action, look at this first there. It's kind of similar to there. Kind of similar to, very similar to here. Very similar to there. Very similar to there. See that? Now Bitcoin went down. We kind of went down here. We held. And now Bitcoin is back up. And now for some reason, some people are saying maybe we're lagging. Maybe we're lagging Bitcoin. I don't know. Bitcoin has put in a lower low here. We haven't. Maybe we're going to put in a lower low and have a V-shaped recovery and just follow Bitcoin, but slightly later. I don't know. I can't tell. One thing that I can see is that there's been a large amount of selling on TRVL in the course of these last few days or week. And, you know, to all intents and purposes, the price has been quite resilient. We've been quite resilient. The bulls have actually done a really good job in defending the price. Eventually the Bitcoin correction will be over and that will be your low. Wherever the low is put in, that's the low. Okay, I don't know when that's going to happen, but eventually the Bitcoin correction will be over and then this token will have put in its low. And obviously the higher the low, the more bullish it is in terms of future price action. And that's why we're trying to defend the lows now, because we're trying to defend this 236 level, which is at 5.6. Now, if we can close above 5.6 on the weekly time frame, I'm okay with that. Yeah. If we close underneath, then next week we have to close right back above. I'm okay with that too. Yeah. And fundamentally, a lot of people can get really phased out by this local price action. Think this 1 hour time frame is bearish and therefore they start selling. But you know, when you're looking at the higher time frame, the monthly time frame, it's still not looking bearish, it's still looking bullish, and this is just corrective. Yeah, this is looking like a monthly correction, and we've only just really begun the month. Let's see how the month ends. If Bitcoin starts heading to the moon, people are going to start buying again, right? And we have to see what happens to Bitcoin. Everything that we're experiencing with TRVL right now is basically Bitcoin. All of this is Bitcoin. Yeah, and once Bitcoin starts going up, then this is, people look at this and go, damn, that was a really good opportunity to buy at low prices. Yeah, and honestly, I think it's quite weird that this, like, I mean, if people are imagining the top of the, is this the top of the bull market? No. Yeah. Are we going back down to 1.9 cents? I don't think so. I think very unlikely. Okay, very unlikely that happens. I think there'll be a lot of people trying to, I mean, you need a lot of people selling at lower prices to make that happen. And I think as you go lower, less people are going to sell and more people are going to start buying, especially people are already hodling for higher. And I'm in that camp too. So I'm not really like crazy. I'm not bearish on this. I think Bitcoin is causing problems for a lot of the altcoins. And that's kind of what I think. This could be the final shakeout, the final dip. And I think in the future, people are going to go, damn, I should have bought more. I should have been patient. I did a tweet about the volume, and I think this is quite interesting. So I just wanted to share this with you guys and tell me what you think. So what I've done is here, this is it. So what I've done is I've taken the ratio of the volume divided by the market cap as a percentage. Yeah. So this is a percentage, and it's the ratio of volume divided by the market cap. And this is the 50 moving average. So the simple 50 moving average. And this is going all the way back to the 17th of June 22. So basically all I did was let me have a look. How did I do this? Is it that one? I can't remember how I did this. It's not here. Let me go to this other account. Must be here. There it is. So all I did was I just took all the data, chucked it in a spreadsheet. Okay, so you have the market cap, the price, the date stamp, the total volume, and then I created a ratio, which is just these two divided by each other and then times 100, and I just chucked it into a graph. And what I noticed is that there looks like we're about to break this kind of, it's unusual how the charts work, but it looks like we're about to break some kind of descending trend line where volume could actually increase compared to the market cap. That's kind of what we want to see. We want to see volume go up, and we don't necessarily want to see the market cap go up beyond the volume that supports the price. And I do think that we're about to, it looks like we're about to break out from this descending trend line, and I think that's quite good. That's a really positive sign, because it means, to me it suggests that the volume is about to increase compared to the market cap. And maybe that's what we're about to see now as we see lower prices. I don't know. Maybe this is the moment where we start to suddenly see an injection of volume, as opposed, and that would be a ratio in compared to the market. I don't know what that means, but I think it's quite interesting that we're about to break out of that trend line. We just have to, I'm just going to keep a track of that and see what happens. I don't really have anything else to say really in terms of TRVL. Oh yeah, I do have one other thing. So what else was interesting is so I don't know if people watched that video I made about Travel being a scam. Here, let me show you. Where is it? Probably here somewhere. What is Travel? A Solana scam pretending to be Dtravel, right? So I made this video about oops. Is that it? And basically I looked at this shitty this website, and I compared it to Dtravel. I explained how this is a scam, right? And there is it, Travel. I even went onto their Telegram and basically told them. And then someone yesterday, look, he replied to me. He said they closed their Telegram group today and erased their Twitter. How crazy is that? So I went to have a look, and it's true. They literally scammed people. This whole thing was a scam. They were using the same ticker as us. And basically you had to send them Solana, and they would send you this bullshit token of theirs, which was TRVL. And so I tried to find them. So Travel token, I think it was. And you can see here, look, look, this account does not exist. So they've deleted their account. You can see here people are posting and they're sending their wallets. Look. Scam. Oh, El Famasto said it's a scam. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So just, you got to be careful. Yeah. So it took a while for my my warning to finally play out, but that's what happened. So that's quite interesting. Just be aware of scams. Yeah. Just one of the reasons why I'm so heavily interested in TRVL is because I know without a shadow of a doubt, like 100%, I know that this is not a scam. Yeah, that this is legit. That you know, like I've received bookings, I've received earnings. I've met the team many times. I know who they are. You know, we've become friends. I know they're legit. There's no way for this project to be rug pulled at all. That's one of the reasons why I'm so bullish on this, because there's so many scams out there. And you know, when you find something that's legit, and the people who are interested in creating this project are in it for the long haul, they're in it for the multiple years, 5 to 10 years, then you hold on to them. You don't let go, you know. So that's one of the reasons why I'm so bullish on TRVL, because I know it's not a scam. I know it's legit, and I know the people behind it are real, and they're committed to making this a success. This is something to bear in mind, and you're going to get a lot of scams along the way, like that Travel. It was so obviously a scam. I don't know, I'm not always right, but obviously in this one I was right. Hopefully no one got scammed from TRVL. I think everyone who got scammed deserve it, to be honest with you. Like, I don't even feel sorry for these people. They lost a bit of money. Why? And all they had to do was just search on TRVL, and they'll see, look, TRVL, Dtravel. They'll see all my videos. They'll see look. There's so much stuff on TRVL on Twitter, and here they're so stupid. They're so greed really blinds people. They could have easily searched for TRVL to see that there was a token and a project TRVL, but instead they were willing to send their money to this scam. They almost deserve it, really. I think they deserve it. All right, that's TRVL, my little TRVL update. I think when it comes to the price action, Try not to market buy here. Yeah, I don't think that's going to help. I think just set your limit orders and absorb the selling. Okay, I think that's my best advice. I can see that people are market buying. Yeah, it's very, you see where the price comes up, that's market buying. I think it'll be better if people just put limit orders and prevent the price coming down now and just absorb the selling. It doesn't matter if the price comes up. All that matters is the price doesn't go down. Okay, and so eventually what will happen is Bitcoin will stop going down and will start pumping, and we can just absorb the selling until it finally goes up. Yeah, but I know people are like looking to defend the price, and it's really welcome and appreciated, but we don't need to do it with market buying here. Okay, it's better to just set limit orders and sell and absorb the price. Okay, and I tell you something, if people sell and the price doesn't move, they'll buy right back. They'll buy straight back in. Yeah, so these people who are selling, they almost feel good about themselves because they sold and the price went down. But if you get a large sell and the price doesn't flinch, let's say someone sold a lot of TRVL. Let's say they sold a few 100,000 and the price doesn't go down. They're thinking to themselves, shit, I've just sold and the price hasn't gone down. Now, if they want to buy back in, they can't, because they're going to push the price up. Yeah. And so psychologically, it's much more demoralizing for someone to sell and the price doesn't move than if they sell and the price does move. And like this, like someone who sold here is still feeling good about themselves because the price is still underneath their sell price. But if people had just put limit orders here and absorb the price, then you get all these people selling and be like, damn, the price isn't moving, the price isn't moving. And now they start thinking about buying back in. They can't, because they won't get filled. They'll have to push the price up to buy back in. Yeah. And so actually it has it helps us if we can just absorb the price with limit orders until Bitcoin finally corrects and does its thing and finally does it. And we're still holding a higher low. I mean, for all intents and purposes, I can't predict the future. I don't know how this is going to play out. I'm not stressed if we do lose this low. I think it'd be weird for people to sell. But you know, I can't make this happen. You know, I have to see what happens. Eventually what will happen is basically the same as any chart or any token. You see, like on Slurf, I've been talking about this outer trend line. You have the same idea here. You know, you have this outer trend line. Maybe it's a little bit less steep. I don't know exactly where it is, because it's hard with these liquid tokens, because it's quite wicky, and sometimes you just have to go from the bodies. Maybe. But there is something going on here. There is like this outer trend line that will break. Eventually that's going to break. Now I don't know if it's going to break by Sunday, which would be great. I don't know if we're going to go down just to come back up. I don't know. I can't predict that. But eventually that's going to break. And then you just have a nice rise back up to the top. Right back up to the top. Yeah. That's probably what will happen. Now, whether we have a failed auction or not, go down, right back up. Yeah. And we've had that. You see, this is the thing, like people don't think that this can't happen and don't think that this is bearish, because we had exactly that thing happen here. You see this? It's a failed auction. For one day, the price dropped. That was it. And the price just bounced right back up. Yeah. And then at the time, if people were aware of what was happening, look, it looked really bearish. Look at that. Oh my God. Scarier. It's like you've lost the level. You're back into the previous range. For all intents and purposes, that's bearish. One green candle. Nothing really there's low volume. People are just waiting. And then look at that. Buy up. Right back into the upper range. And then look, the rest is history. And so don't, just because we're on the precipice of creating lower prices, don't think that you can predict the future. Don't think that that means we're going down. Yeah, we just don't, no one really knows what's going to happen. Eventually what will happen is we will break this trend line eventually, and we'll fly up. Eventually that's going to happen. Yeah, and so just keep an eye on that. And for most people, dollar cost averaging is the best strategy for accumulating these low liquid, low market cap tokens. And you know, even though it's low liquid, the volume has been going up. You know, the volume hasn't been terrible. Look, what day is that? That's today. Already today we've got $303,000 worth of volume. That's yesterday we had $374,000 worth of volume. You can see that the trend is slowly increasing. That's buying and selling over all of the exchanges, and eventually we're going to get that to 1 million. Maybe what we need to do is get the market cap up almost a 3x, and then maybe then the volume will go up about 3x as well to about 1 million. That would be good if we can have 1 million volume per day. That's going to give a lot of people confidence, more confidence in this token when the volume is up at 1 million and above. And we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. I'm pretty confident that we're going to get there in the next few months. When that happens, then for sure I'm going to be banging the drum and reminding the team that we have the volume now. We can get ourselves onto these bigger exchanges. But I think Coinbase is going to be the main one. Even though people are interested in Binance, I think Coinbase is the best one because it's got the most reach in terms of people who can access TRVL. I think there's a lot of people who can't use Binance, whereas I don't think Coinbase there's any restrictions. It's anyone in any country is able to access Coinbase, and a lot of these bigger institutions use Coinbase as a custody platform to hold tokens, and naturally we want that too because we're trying to attract some big players to invest in Dtravel and TRVL down the line. All right, so that's TRVL. How's everyone feeling today? Bullish or bearish? I think the cactus is a little bit bearish. Is everyone feeling bullish or bearish?